Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. Today I'm sharing a heart-centered yoga flow from the Refresh and Restore series of classes. And this class is designed to nourish and support you before the rush of the season ahead, so you can find more ease, more presence, and a little bit more space in your body and your mind. For practice today, I would recommend having a yoga block, but if you don't have one at home, you can use a folded blanket or a couch cushion. I really hope you enjoy the practice, and thanks so much for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice in a comfortable cross-legged seat. Soften your gaze or let your eyes close. In a gesture of receptivity, openness, turn your palms to face up as they rest gently on your legs or your lap. Welcome a release in your shoulders. And soften the features of your face. And see if you can find that feeling of receptivity across your chest, your heart space, opening your posture. As you arrive and begin to settle, take a moment to feel your natural breathe. Simply noticing your inhales expanding you and the exhales that follow. In this practice, we'll touch on the concept of Hridaya, a teaching from the Tantric tradition, meaning the heart of your being, the spacious, unguarded presence underneath all the ways we usually contract and guard ourselves. When we reconnect with Hridaya, our heart's essence, we remember our natural openness, a heart that's available to life without needing to feel armoured or closed off. As you move gently today, this practice invites you to connect with your heart's essence, to stay open to moving in a way that nourishes you, open to possibilities without expectation, grounded in presence. For the next few moments, just let your awareness rest gently at your heart, the quiet center of your being, that still point beneath thought. Feel your breath arrive, expand, and release there. And take 3 more cycles of breath. And as you feel yourself breathe out, slide your eyes open, clear your gaze, and settle your fingertips down by your sides. On your inhale, circle your arms overhead, feel your palms touch, and then lower your hands through your heart center, interlace your fingers. Turn and reach your palms forward, round your spine, chin to chest, and then inhale, send your palms overhead. Release your hands, make fists, roll your wrists as you lower your arms down by your sides. And then spread your right hand into the mat, gaze down to your right, reach your left arm overhead, and then side bend over to your right, sliding your right hand away from your hip. Breathing some length, space into the left side of your body. And then roll your chin around the front of your chest, turn and look up to your left, rotating the left side of your chest more open. And then bend your left elbow, take your left hand over your head to your right ear, And very slowly nod your left ear toward your left shoulder as you lightly float your right fingertips from the floor. And just observe any instinct to brace here. See if you can just soften your shoulders down. Feel the stretch travel into the right side of your neck. And then slowly coming upright, hands down by your sides. Look down to your left hand, spread your palm, inhale, reach your right arm overhead, and then softly side bend over to your left. Roll your chin around the front of your chest, turn your gaze up beyond your right armpit. And then bend your right elbow, right hand over your head to your left ear. Slowly nod your right ear toward your right shoulder. Float the left fingertips from the floor. Take another full cycle of breath. And then lifting upright, release, circle your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Draw your knuckles down, expand across your heart space. Stay or start to draw your fists away from your back. And then release your hands and make your way onto all fours into tabletop pose. Place your hands under your shoulders, settle your knees under your hips, and start to wave your spine through cat and cow pose, extending and flexing your back. So your movement can be as light or as slow as your body calls for. And as you move through the two shapes, you can add a light engagement without moving your hands. As you arch, pull your hands back toward your knees to extend your heart forward and up. And then pressing the ground away and down as you round. Take another round in each direction. And maybe in a neutral spine, we'll twist. Reach your right arm out and then up toward the sky. And then thread your right arm under your left and rest toward the mat. Left fingertips can step out to your left or forward toward the top of your space. Ease over effort here, so you allow your body to open to your left only as much as your breath stays soft. And then unravel, step your left palm back to your mat, transition to bird dog, reach your right arm forward and lift and extend your left leg back. Balancing here for a full breath in, complete breath out, another breath in, and then lower your right hand to the mat. Bend your left knee and take 3 slow circles through your right hip in one direction. And circle back. And return to all fours. Reach your left arm out and then up toward the sky. Exhale and twist, thread the needle, left arm passes under your right. Settle into a shape where you don't feel like you're bracing. Create space across your chest by walking your right fingertips wide or overhead. Just finding the clearest shape you can breathe in. Place your right palm back to your mat, unwind to balance in bird dog, reach your left arm forward and your right leg back. Lower your left hand to the mat, bend your right knee and circle your hip. Staying curious, open to the range of motion in your hip on this side. Circle back. And return to all fours. Keep your hips balanced over your knees. Come to Anahatanasana, walking your hands forward and a little wider than your shoulders. Melt your heart toward the floor, but only to the degree your body welcomes it. Notice the soft rhythm of your inhales lengthening, expanding you. Your exhales softening any hard edges in your shape. And then walk your hands back in and over to the left lane of your mat. Step your right foot forward to lizard lunge so your right foot lands in the right lane. Here, just make space for your chest, your spine to lengthen. So you could be on your fingertips or option to lower your elbows down to the mat or onto a block. And see if you can line your elbows in line with your right heel. Take a spacious breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in deep and exhale long. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Pivot your left toes behind you, walk your hands to the left, face the long edge of your mat for gate pose. Straightening your right leg, lifting your chest, reach your arms wide to a T. And then side bend, lower your right hand to your right leg, reach your left fingertips up and over to your right. Going only as far as your breath is deep. A gentle press of your hips forward as you turn your heart open to your left. Take one more deep breath in. And then return upright. Hands to the floor, face the top of your space. And step back onto all fours. Stretch back into child's pose, balasana, hips to your heels. Take a moment to pause. Let the back of your body soften and widen. On your inhale, glide up all fours. Walk your hands over to the right lane of your mat. Step your left foot up for lizard lunge. Pausing here on your fingertips, a block, or your forearms. Keeping an open feeling across your chest, a felt sense that your heart's lengthening forward, not caving in. And take 3 slow cycles of breath. And pivot your right foot behind you now. Turn to your right, transitioning into gate pose, Parigasana. Straighten your left leg, lifting upright, arms wide. Side bend over to your left. And just see if you have space to maneuver your left ribs a little more under your right. Feel your chest turn open. Next inhale, rise upright, hands to the floor, face the front of your mat. Hands frame your left foot now, step back to plank pose. And then lower your knees and come to your belly for striking cobra. Tent your fingers wide off the side edges of your mat And just moving gradually over the next few breaths, begin to wave your spine, lifting into a back bend and melting down. Thinking about reaching your heart forward, then up as you lift, softening your effort as you release down. On your next breath out, lower and press back to child's pose, buttocks to your heels. Take a full breath in and a complete breath out. Glide up onto all fours, tuck your toes under and press back to downward facing dog. It's taking 3 to 5 breaths to move intuitively here. You could pedal your heels, bending one knee, then the other. Or explore bending both knees, offering your upper body some length and space, drawing your chest toward your thighs. Just find what feels nourishing. And then settle into stillness. Together now, full breath in and long breath out. Inhale, raise your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee now and squeeze your right heel toward your left buttocks. With your foot flexed on this diagonal now, slowly straighten your right leg, reach back to the edge of your heel and slowly rebend. Once more, lengthen your leg back and rebend. Straighten your right leg straight back, square your hips, and then slowly step your right foot to your hands for low lunge. Soften your left knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And hold for a few breaths. Lengthen your tailbone down. Ground through your left heel. And then rise tall from your waist to the edge of your fingers. And then lower your right arm and hug your belly so your right fingertips wrap and hold your left ribs. Take a breath in. And then side bend over to your right. And feel your breath expanding into your right ribs, under your right hand. And then hinge a little deeper to your right if you have the space. On your inhale, lift upright and twist to your right. Reach your right arm toward the back of your space. And take the back of your left hand to your outer right knee. So you use the right hand against your knee to steady you and help you revolve to your right. Stay twisted here, bring your palms to touch. And then lower your left elbow forward to your outer right knee. Push into that contact, try and draw your heart closer toward your thumb tips. You could stay here or option to tuck your left toes under, raise your left knee. Another full cycle of breath. And then gaze down, lower your hands to your mat and step up. With your feet spaced, take a halfway lift, lengthen your spine forward and forward fold over your legs. Next inhale, come to chair pose, Utkatasana. Sweep your arms forward and up. Motion your hips down and back. And then just slowly now lower your arms down and back and lift your heels, balance on your toes. Next inhale, lower your heels, balance on your right foot, rise to stork pose. Bring your left knee in toward your chest. Find your balance. And then lower your hands to prayer, center of your chest. Transition into figure 4 pose, crossing your left ankle to your right knee, easing your hips down and back. For one breath, release, rise to stork pose. And then take a slow step back for warrior 2, left foot steps to the back of your mat. Just consider taking a deeper stride as you settle in, opening across your chest through the reach of your arms. Just bringing a calm presence to your breath. One breath now, reverse your warrior, reach your right arm up and back. Exhale, side angle pose, Parshva Konasana. Right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm can reach up if it feels more spacious, or left arm overhead. Try and soften any over effort until your breathing feels natural and spacious. On your inhale, return to your warrior 2, and then straighten your right leg. Lower and interlace your hands behind your back, or option to hold your hips. Turn all 10 toes to face the left long edge of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana. Take a smooth breath in, open your chest, and then take a few breaths to fold between your wide legs. And just finding sensations in your body that feel spacious rather than forced, opening through ease, not effort. And then softly release your hands to the floor under the shoulders, lengthen your chest forward. Turn and face the top of your space. Step back to plank pose. And lower to your belly for cobra. Hands frame your chest, inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, peel down and travel back to child's pose, buttocks to your heels. You could pause here for a few breaths or return to down dog for 5 breaths. Just let your breath fill the back of your heart. And if you're in child's pose, returning to down dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up and back. Bend your knee and squeeze your left heel toward your right buttocks. Left foot flexed on this diagonal now. Slowly straighten your left leg and rebend. Once more, lengthen your leg back. Rebend. Next inhale, square your hips and then slowly step your left foot to your hands for low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Right knee to the floor, arms sweep up on your inhale. 3 breaths. And then lower just your left arm and hug your belly so your left fingertips wrap and hold your right ribs. Take a deep breath in, reach tall with your right arm, and then side bend over to your left. Feeling your breath expanding under the touch of your hand. Finding space to side bend a little deeper. On your inhale, lift upright and twist to your left. Reach your left arm back and place the back of your right hand to your outer left knee. Stay twisted here, bring your palms to touch. And lower your right elbow forward to your outer left knee. As you push into that contact, try and draw your thumbs toward your sternum. Option to stay or tuck your right toes under, raise your right knee. Another full cycle of breath. And then gaze down, lower your hands to your mat and step up. Gap your feet, take a halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Heavy your heels, sit down and back. And then slowly now balance, lower your arms down and back as you lift your heels. Next inhale, lower your heels, balance on your left foot, rise to stork pose, right knee to chest, coming upright. Lower your hands to prayer. And taking figure four pose, standing pigeon, right ankle to your left knee. And taking your chair legs, easing your hips down and back, opening into your outer hip. For one breath, release, rise to stork pose. And then take a slow step back for warrior two, right foot to the back of your mat. Ground your heel there, finding your comfortable stride between your feet. And coaching your inner left thigh wide. One breath now, reverse your warrior. Left arm reaches up and back. Exhale, side angle pose. Left forearm, left thigh, right arm can reach up. Or extend your right arm overhead. Inhale, return, warrior two. Then straighten your left leg, hold your hips, face the long edge of your mat, and we'll come to temple pose, variation. So you just angle your heels in, toes out, and take a few moments to find your balance. And then lower your hands to the top of your knees and let your shoulders shrug up toward your ears. Lower your right shoulder forward, your left shoulder back, turn your gaze to your left. And then change sides. And then flow with your breath now, side to side. Back through center, lower your hands to the floor, work towards straightening your legs, and then turn and face the top of your mat. Step back to plank pose, and lower to your belly for locust pose, Shavasana. Rest your arms alongside your body, palms face down. And on your inhale, lift your legs, your chest, your arms. And then as you linger, just find a gentle expansion in your shape as you breathe in, lifting, and then softening, easing off a little as you breathe out, waving with your breath. And then lower and press back to your child's pose. Knees can be wide or narrow. Just land in a restful shape. And letting your breath flow into the places that call your attention. Releasing any residue of effort. And then ease your way upright. Bring your legs around in front of you and make your way down onto your back. If you have a block or a folded blanket, taking it with you now, along with any additional layers to keep you cozy as we wind down. We'll set up for a supported bridge pose. Place your feet flat to the floor, knees bend, elevate your hips and slip a block or your folded blanket under your buttocks. Rest down into that support. Once you're elevated, shuffle your shoulder blades in toward each other so there's a sense that your upper back's moving in toward your chest and your heart toward your chin. Opening the space of your chest. And then if you have space to grow, you might like to explore taking your arms overhead in a loose cactus shape or hold opposite elbows overhead. And then just notice where you can soften once you've landed, allowing for a sense of stillness and calm, and consciously fading your body's weight into the support beneath you. Slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out. Last few breaths here. Viparita Karani, legs up. So just remain on your support and extend your legs up toward the ceiling. Place a little bend in your knees and heavy the back of your pelvis into your prop. And just staying connected to your breath. And preparing to release, lower your feet one at a time down to the floor. Lift your buttocks and remove your prop, slowly lower down. Just pausing here, inviting your low back to soften. And transitioning into a reclined twist. Tee out your arms. If it feels comfortable, you can wrap your right leg over your left or just stack the knees, lift your hips and rest your knees over to the left. Gaze can be toward the ceiling or over your right shoulder. Just meeting your twist without resistance. And returning through center. Straighten out through your spine, rewrap the legs and ease your knees over to your right. And release. We'll move into a final happy baby pose. Option 2, separate your knees wide, squeeze your knees toward your armpits, or hold the outer edges of your feet, soles of the feet toward the ceiling. It's feeling the whole length of your spine press into the support beneath you, no over effort. And softly release. Preparing now for final rest. Grab any additional layers or props you may wish to have. And taking these last few minutes to quieten your body and your mind. Laying down on your back. Letting your feet and your arms fall wide. And let your shape now invoke a feeling of surrender, letting go just for now. Receiving rest as deeply as you receive the movement. And bringing your awareness to the quiet space of your heart. Let each inhale gently widen that space. And each exhale soften you back into yourself. Begin to observe each breath as it grows shallow. Invite yourself to become more relaxed and at ease, resting into a state of non-contraction. And I'll be back to guide you back. And softly drifting your awareness back. Take a few moments to stretch out, arms overhead, pointing, stretching your toes. And then gather your knees in toward your chest, curl into a little ball. And then rest your feet to the floor. And take a final moment to consider Hridaya doesn't ask us to be exposed or to say yes when we mean no. It's just the gentle practice of softening the inner brace, the reflex that closes us off. An open heart that responds, available to possibility, to connection, to this moment, just as it arrives. And turning out to your right side now, just as you're ready, easing your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. Be safe, be well. Namaste.